Of Qatar on game day 2, 65 points to 39. And they then got the better of Kazakhstan, again, quite comfortably, 75 points to 54 on game day 3. As for Iraq, well, after beating Iran on game day 1, they would have been disappointed probably not to back that up against Kazakhstan on game day 2, losing by 6 in the end, 82 points to 76. And then their final game that they played on game day 3 a couple of days ago, they lost out to Qatar. So the Iraq national anthem done, and now brace yourself for a very noisy Iranian national anthem. So the pleasantries done. We're just a couple of moments away now from this game tipping off. Iran out for revenge after Iraq beat them earlier on in the campaign. One of the biggest upsets in qualifying so far. What can Iran find today to try and put things right from their perspective? So they'll just have one final warm-up, and then we can get going in this one. The other game in Group D already taken place earlier on today. Kazakhstan 96, Qatar 63, so very comfortable win indeed for Kazakhstan. Sees them go top of the table. So Iran know that they will need to try and pick up a win here today to go back to the top of Group D. Well, I mentioned both Barami and Haddadi, both coming back in for Iran. Well, both of them were absolutely sublime against Kazakhstan. First of all, we'll just take a look at the Iraq roster. And, well, as I've said, Demario Mayfield there at the point guard position. He is their key man. He's been so good for so long now. He's averaging 19.3 points so far in qualifying. But also keep a lookout for various other players that they've got. The likes of Hassan Abdullah is a mightily talented guy. He's averaging 16 points a game. This is how they line up. But yeah, they'll certainly be looking to Abdullah and Mayfield on the offensive end to try and do some damage for them. Mayfield also averaging 8 rebounds a game as well. And here is the Iran roster. But keep a lookout for Hamed Haddadi there, number 15, standing at 2 meters 18 tall. And also Mohamed Barami as well, number 14. Barami, 21 points, 8 assists in their last game. And Hamed Haddadi had 20 points, 20 rebounds, and 5 assists against Kazakhstan. And both of them start as well in the starting 5 for them. Well, no doubt Iraq will just be trying to forge the same kind of game plan that saw them beat Iran a few months ago. Here are our referees today, Marwan Egu, Ahmed Balushi and Amajot Mavi. They'll be overseeing proceedings here today. But yeah, you'd like to think that they would just try and adapt the reasonably similar tactics as their previous game with them. Just a reminder that 12 teams from the Asian qualifiers advance through to the second round. The first round comes to an end at the end of June, so currently there's 16 teams, 12 teams go through, so it's basically the top 3 teams in each group advance through to the second round. The second round also has 3 windows in September later this year, November this year, and then February next year. And then out of those 12 teams, 7 teams will qualify through to the World Cup proper. That starts on the 31st of August until the 15th of September 2019. So the top 3 of each group of the second round plus the best 4th place team will go through to the World Cup. Right, here we go then. Just about to get underway. Iran in the red, Iraq in the white. It is the huge presence of Hamed Haddadi, who doesn't even jump to try and control the tip, so Iraq will have the first possession of the ball game. No doubt the Iranian fans here will try to make it as hostile an atmosphere as they possibly can. Here's Mayfield. Thought about the 3, great penetration. And last touch was off Iran, so Iraq will keep it. And again, last touch, this time off Arslan Naini. So Iraq have it once again. Up against Haddadi, gets the shot away. And it won't count anyway. Shot clock violation, so a nice defensive possession early on for Iran. Looking to start brightly here. Try and get Haddadi in the low post as much as they can. The 3 is on the way. No good. Oh, big rebound by one of the smallest guys on the floor. Here is Barami. Into Haddadi. Back to Barami. Back to Haddadi. Oh, great block. It was Al-Zahari who made the block. Great ball movement between Haddadi and Barami, though. Played with each other so often, they almost appear telepathic at times as Mayfield throws the long jumper, can't get it to go. And now the fast break comes off the foot. They'll turn it over, and Iraq will have it again. Well, there is Mohamed Abdul Kader. Throws it back outside. Here is Hassan Abdullah, one of the key men here for Iraq today. Now Abdul Kader throws up the little teardrop, can't get it to go. Still, we don't have a bucket in this ball game after nearly 2 minutes. Now Hassan Abdullah for three is fouled. And Hassan Abdullah will shoot three from the line. Always plays with aggression. Hassan Abdullah, he's really fun guy to watch. Averaging 16 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists so far in qualifying. The first point goes to Iraq. So he makes 2 from 3. Mashaiki. Nabarami. Mashaiki tries to shoot over the defense, can't get it to go. Difficult shot though. And the rebound eventually brought in by Al-Zahari. Now Abdul Kader. Hassan Abdullah thought about the 3, throws up the long 2, nowhere near. Rebound brought in by Mashaiki. Now Barami, great hands. Not happy at all though with the call. It's a tough travelling call that. Here is Abdullah. Abdullah another 2 on the way and he gets this one to go. So Hassan Abdullah has 4 points personal. Nabarami. Nice ball movement. Well, he had the option to shoot the 2. He does this time, and still, Iran can't get anything to go. Haddadi can't bring in the rebound. And now Mayfield, great pass. And the 2 is good. And Iraq continue to start brightly out here. So a chance for a 3-point play here for Demario Mayfield. Which he does. So Iraq have raced out to a 7-0 lead in this opening quarter. For 3, trying to get them going in and out. Another one that can't go. Great hustle though. And eventually the foul. So Iran will keep possession. Open look, had more time, but he doesn't need it. And finally, Iran have registered their first points of the game, and it's Barami who knocks it down. Well, they needed something just to try and get them going. It's a pretty slow and turgid start. Nearly 4 minutes it's taken them to knock down their first shot. Nice feign with the shot, and the air ball, though, with the 3-point attempt. And now the fast break, coast to coast, rejected by Mayfield. Throws it outside, well read though to steal it back by Barami. The pass down the floor and the easy two for Mashaiki. Here's Mayfield again, nearly had it stolen off him somewhat fortuitously, finds its way through to Abdul Kader. Jamshid into Haddadi. Haddadi hasn't quite got going yet. Good ball movement this by Iran. Throws it back outside. Another three on the way. Barami knocks another one down. And Barami just beginning to heat up out here. It was a slow start for Iran, but they're finding their rhythm. Here's Abdul Kader, just a 1-point game, 9 points to 8. Mayfield now. It's a good possession so far. Shot clock was down to 2. And he nails it from way downtown, Hassan Abdullah. Way beyond the arc. Matters not. Tried to throw it underneath, just knocked out of bounds, but Iran will keep it. Here's Haddadi. This is where he is almost impossible to stop. And he throws it down with authority, one-handed. Hassan Abdullah. Throws it into Demaria Mayfield. Mayfield back to Al-Zahari. Makes a nice 2. Here's Hassan Abdullah again. Abdullah with the feign, but now he's got to try and shoot over Haddadi, which is easier said than done. Al-Zahari tries to do just that and makes it look very easy indeed. Nice shot from the youngster. And the 3 goes. It's another one that's knocked down. And at the moment, Mohamed Barami is keeping Iran in this game. He's got 9 of their 13 points. Mayfield steps back, shoots the 2, can't get it to go. Haddadi grabs the rebound. Here's Barami again. Out to the corner, completely open. Look at the 3. Just comes up short. Mayfield grabs the rebound. Great bounce pass down the floor and rejected. Great transitional defense by Barami. And he just stuck out a big right hand. It's big defense. All right, he's had a great start to this game. Samad Barami. How delighted they are to have him back in their side. No good. Rebound Mashaiki, but they've turned it straight back over. Here's Mayfield. Mayfield for 3. Mayfield just can't quite get going. Great work by Abdul Kader to give them yet another opportunity. Abdullah into Mayfield. The noise beginning to become deafening. Mayfield! Maybe that's what he needed. Nice shot from Damari Mayfield. So Iraq lead by 5. Oh, great finish on the reverse and 1. Arsalan Naini with great hands. Up and under. And he'll head to the line for the chance of a 3-point play. So Nayani does just that, makes it a 2-point game, just under 2 minutes to go. Here's Mayfield. The Vuvuzelas are out in force. Mayfield tried to bounce it into Al-Zahari. Yeah, just try to push him out of bounds almost. Here's Barami. And Barami very nearly lost it. Barami, great penetration, but that's too easy. Iraq have got to tighten up there on the defensive end. That was way too easy for Barami. Here's Hassan Abdullah. Abdullah throws it up from the foul line, gets the roll. And Abdullah's started really nicely here. He's up to 9. Another one on the way, another one knocked down. Davapana is the man with it. And Iran, for the first time in this ball game, have the lead, 21 points to 20 after a slow start. They've just grown into this one, but another 2 by Al-Zahari. The youngsters putting up some nice minutes early on. Mashiekele, he tried to just throw it into his teammate, but wasn't quite on the same wavelength. And talk about hustle, sprinting back. So 4.1 seconds to go, but a timeout has been called just before we have this one. Well, it's been a nice start. Good start from both of these sides. Iraq trying to prove, of course, that their win over Iran a few months ago was no fluke. And they can try and back it up again here. 4.1 seconds on the clock. to try and catch it inbound. He's tried to throw up the alley-oop pass. Now they've got to just get it off, which they do, and it's nowhere near. And the buzzer goes to bring an end to a really enjoyable opening quarter here in Tehran. And it is Iraq who have a very slender lead. It's only a point. They lead Iran 22 points to 21 after one. Yeah, we want you to get involved as well. Follow at FIBA on social media. And, of course, make sure you download the FIBA Basketball World Cup app as well, which is an important thing for any basketball fan to try and keep up to date with exactly what's going on in this qualification campaign over the next, well, whatever it is, 18 months or so before the World Cup actually gets underway in China. Taking part in 8 cities in China is the World Cup this year. Of course, it's been extended to 32 teams from 24, which is great, trying to grow the game. Exactly what we should be doing, allowing teams that perhaps wouldn't normally qualify into the World Cup proper to actually have a chance of mixing it with the very best. Supported by This Is My House campaign as well. Apologies for seeing highlights here when the game has actually gone back live. So Haddadi has just made a 2, I believe. No, just fouled, so he'll shoot 2. So misses both. Haddadi hasn't quite got going yet, just 2 points and 1 rebound so far for the big man. Coming off a 20-point-20 rebound game against Kazakhstan, and 5 assists as well for the man that stands at 2 meters 16. Throws it out, the 3 is on the way, can't get it to go. Another rebound grabbed by David Panar this time. Oh, the defense just backs off him, can't get the 3 to go. Haddadi just tried to tip it to Mashaeki. Haddadi has stolen it back. Here's Barami. Barami, the key man for Iran in the first quarter. Another offensive rebound. And Mashaeki was then fouled. Mashaeki leading the way in rebounds for Iran at the moment. The man that stands at 1 meter 83. Smallest man in the Iranian roster, along with Farid Abadi. And David Panar now. Barami lines up another one, can't get this one to go, and Abdullah very wisely just let the ball go out of bounds. He's going to try and bring that in, but decided against it. Here's Mayfield. Mayfield is fouled. I think he thought he was fouled perhaps before the whistle actually came to Mario Mayfield. Goes on Thought it went on Mashaiki. Barami is called on it. Here is Abdelkader. Abdelkader drives to the baseline, throws it to Mayfield. Mayfield again. They've turned it over, and now Iran on the fast break, led by Mashaiki, out to Davapanar, who knocks down the two. Great tempo in this second quarter early on here for Iran, who have the lead again. The three for Hassan Abdullah from way out. No good. Naini grabs the rebounds. Here's Haddadi. Haddadi just holding it up in one hand. Now Barami. Barami, great hands again. Haddadi should have grabbed the rebound. Just struggling at the moment on the glass is Haddadi. And a nice two put in by Abdelkader. Oh, and another one from beyond the arc for Iran. And their three-point shot at the moment is keeping them in this game, really. Here's Hassan Abdullah. Abdullah, another steal for Haddadi, and now the fast break is a 2v1, throws up the alley-oop point, tried to slam it down with one hand. Well, wasn't far away from connecting on that, Naini. Would have been something pretty special if he had done. But Iran with a 2-point lead. Here's Abdelkader. Abdelkader goes himself, can't put in a difficult shot with his left hand, and now the fans urging Iran back down the floor. Haddadi again just holding it up in one hand, and Sahakian is fouled and will head to the line and shoot two. Makes one from two, Sahakian. Abdelkader throws it up. Oh, he couldn't quite slam it down. Ali Hamid just had to try and make sure of the two there. He was quite a long way away from the bucket when he caught it. Still think he possibly could have made it a little more spectacular than he did, but 2 points are 2 points. Oh, here he is, slams it down. That big left hand again. Hamid Haddadi just says, get out of my way. This is my house. Just impossible to stop. Here's Abdelkader. Now Hassan Abdullah for three. Can't get it. Haddadi grabs the rebound. Now all the time in the world for Jamshid. who knocks it down. The defense nowhere to be seen for Iraq. And Iran are just beginning to turn on the style out here. The lead is as big as it has been. Iran 32, Iraq 26. And we have a timeout called by Iraq.
یه دونه چه زون بزنن چه من تو من بزنن شعار بالا میزنیم. گوش بدین بچه، از زیر حلقه 41 رو میزنین میچسبین به زیر. اگر دارن دراپو میزنن حامد بیاد پایین، شما دوتا باید با هم سویش کنید. گفت بنده خدا نمیشنم. من داد میزنم. آقا میگه گارد شوت نمیزنه، آندر گوین دیگه دراپ نکنه. چه داد میکنه دراپ رو؟ گارد شوت نمیزنه، آندر گوین دراپ نکنه. دراپ نکن. علی یک دو سه. سعید اگه جفت از این از زیر میره لازم نیست دیگه تو چیز بکنی. تو بمون با هفته.
Well, when Haddadi starts to play, Iran starts to play. Haddadi just beginning to go through the gears out here. And now Iran lead by 6. Here's Hassan Abdullah. Abdullah throws it back outside. Demario Mayfield draws the foul. The bucket will not count. So Al-Zahari checks back in here for Iraq. Ali Hamid is the man who makes way. Al-Zahari had a nice first quarter. 6 points, 3 rebounds, and an assist already for Al-Zahari. Here is Mayfield. The shot clock was counting down. Manages to draw the foul in the end. So Iran have no more fouls to give, with pretty much 5 minutes still to go in this second quarter. Mayfield, Al-Zahari sets the screen. Mayfield's just been a little off with his jump shot at the moment. Demario Mayfield, he's got 5 points. He's 2 for 6 from the field. Here's Daba Panar, great pass out to the corner. Drives to the baseline, throws it back outside. Now back to the corner, great ball movement. What a play from the Iranians. Talk about a patient possession. So Mayfield stepped out of bounds. Iran have it back with this lead just growing and growing here. It is up to 9. Chance to make it a double-digit game for the first time, although they've just turned it straight back over. Have Iran. Davuda Chigani tried to bounce it into his teammate, just wasn't quite on the same wavelength, threw it straight out of bounds. Here's Hassan Abdullah. Alachemi now, Abdul Kader. Ali Hamid back on the floor, the big man. Here's Abdullah defending the perimeter really well here around. Shot clock down to 3, it's patient. Oh, great defensive work by the big man. Haddadi again. It's really beginning to play now, Haddadi. And now look out. He's fouled. And Haddadi will shoot 2, so the block down one end goes straight back up the other end. I think Hamid perhaps feels as though he was fouled by Haddadi. Always loves that one-handed jam. So 5 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, and we have a double-digit game for the first time here. Iran leads by 10. Can't get the little floater to go. And another turnover by Iran. Try to quickly get the ball in Davapana's hands. A little too much on the pass. Here's Abdul Kader. Demario Mayfield just telling Ali Hamid to go away. Mayfield spins. Nice finish by Demario Mayfield. Trying to keep Iraq in touch. The lead is back to 8. And a timeout.
شولدره منتها تو شولدرتون محمد نره کنار وایسی این بر خوشین شما برید توی کورنر محمد اینجا میمونه شما بعد از اینی که پاسو دادی اینجا میمونه اسکرین رو بده نفر آخر شولدر دقت کردید حامد میره سمت یه نفر.
So 36 points to 28. The Iran lead. Iraq started the first quarter brilliantly, but could only lead by 1 at the end of it. And Iran have certainly turned it around in the second quarter. Outscored them 15 points to 6 so far. And we've got just over 2.5 minutes to go. Demario Mayfield. Hassan Abdullah back to Mayfield. Mayfield shoots the 3 and lands the 3. And it's back to just a 5-point game. Mayfield has struggled really so far today with his shot, but still leads the way for Iraq with 10 points. Trying to respond with a 3 of their own, just comes up short. Hassan Abdullah grabs the rebound. Throws up the alley-oop, oh, can't put it in. Ali Hamid just took off a little too early. And now Berami has it slapped away by Ali Hamid. Last touch was off Iraq, so Sahakian and Iran will keep possession. Well, look at the amount of time and space to try and make the three. He'll be disappointed that he didn't. So Iran in the penalty, sending Demaria Mayfield to the line. The noise just erupts to try and put Demaria Mayfield off. Makes 1 from 2, brings the game back to a 4-point game. Done well, Iraq, since going 10 points down earlier on in this quarter. Hamid, great pass by Hamid. Haddadi, and nice, easy 2 for Sahakian. Here they go again, the fast break, and he's there again. Oshin Sahakian. Just a lethal fast break from Iran. Iraq just couldn't get back in transition. It's back up to 8. That's an awful pass by Mayfield. Here they come again, Iran. Sahakian wanted it. Try to find Barami. Hamid does well to win the ball back. His Abdul Kader tried to just pass it into Ali Hamid. And Iraq will keep it. So 40 seconds still to go. Here's Abdul Kader. The 3 is on the way, and count it. Al Hajemi knocks it down. The tattoo-laden Al Hajemi. Nice fluent jump shot, though, from the outside. And a timeout called here.
چه زون بزنن چه من تو من این کاری که میگم انجام بدین. چه زون میزنن چه من تو من این کاری که میگم انجام بدین. گوش بدین. اینجا شمایی، اینجا صمده. چه زون بزنن چه من تو من. هر کی تو مسیرتون بود این کار انجام بده. سجاد اینجا محمد جمشیدی میره، اینجا صمد میره پایین، پیک بک پیک میده به اشین، به صمد. گوش بدین، به اوشین. اینجا پیک میده میره کنار، پاسو بهش میدی یا به حامد میدی. به این نمیدی، این میره، صمد بک پیک میده، اینجا پیک میده میره تو گل. بیا 1 2 3.
So 39 seconds left. We've got 15 seconds or so between shot and game clock. There's a 2-for-1 opportunity here for Iran if they're quick with this possession. Here's Haddadi. Can't get it to go. Haddadi very nearly grabbed the rebound, but just couldn't bring it in. And now Abdul Kader for Iraq. Abdul Kader, great pass. Where is the defense? Can't put it in though. Maybe should have done. They somehow managed to get the offensive rebound through Rakan Abdallah. Demaria Mayfield throws it away. They've got 1 second to try and get the shot away. And I'm not sure it would have counted anyway, but the buzzer goes for half-time. Well, Iraq flew out of the traps in the opening quarter, but Iran have responded brilliantly. Demaria Mayfield's just got to be careful here that he doesn't land himself in some hot water. He's obviously frustrated about something. But at the half-time break, it is Iran with a 5-point advantage. They lead Iraq 40 points to 35. Here are the stats then. Both sides shooting pretty similarly from 2-point range. Iran slightly better from the outside. A few more rebounds, 5 more assists, certainly sharing the ball better. 3 more steals as well. A couple fewer turnovers from the Iranians, 9 turnovers to 11. But all in all, a pretty good first half here. And Iraq still more than in it, looking to try and do the double over Iran. We'll be back in around 10 minutes' time. I'll leave you with the highlights of the first half, but make sure you come back, because at the break, it is Iran 40, Iraq 35. Welcome back, everybody, to Tehran. Group D FIBA Basketball World Cup 2019 qualification campaign continues here. And Iran looking to try and get revenge on Iraq. I'm sure you remember the last time that these two sides met back at the end of November. It was Iraq who sprung a huge surprise, beating Iran by 74 points to 66. Thanks really due to 27 points, 10 rebounds and 5 assists from Demaria Mayfield. Well, at halftime here, Iran do have the lead, but it is only a slender one at the moment. They lead by 5, 40 points to 35 at the moment. Barami leading the way for Iran. He's got 11 points and 5 assists at the moment. And as for Iraq, well, Demaria Mayfield has 11.6 rebounds so far. But it's been a good game. Iran have led by as many as 10. But as soon as they went out to that double-digit lead, you've got to hand it to Iraq, who have fought back admirably. And we certainly have a game on our hands here, heading into the second half. The other game in Group D has already taken place today. Kazakhstan against Qatar. Kazakhstan winning that one comfortably. A bit of a blowout, really. 96 points to 63. That one finished, so Kazakhstan at the moment top Group D with a 3-1 record. 7 points, Iran 2-1 so far, but a win here, they would obviously go 3-1 as well, with a slightly better goal difference as well. So Iran would go back top of the table, and then Qatar and Iraq would both be 1 and 3. And a reminder that it is the top 3 that go through to the second round. Second round doesn't start until later this year. We still have one more window in the first round. That's at the end of June. But the second half just about to get started here. Barami has been magnificent for Iran, he really has. They've missed him. Certainly seemed at the end of 2015 that he'd retired really from the Iranian national team. But he said he was ecstatic to finally rejoin his team again this year. Was a huge part of the team's success in the, well, 10 years or so ago. They won 3 Asia Cups from 2007 to 2013. Also qualified to the 2010 and 2014 FIBA Basketball World Cups with him. But it is Iraq here who get the second half underway, trailing by 5. Still more than in this game. Here's Demaria Mayfield. Hamid sets the screen. Mayfield throws up the jumper, can't get it to go. Hamid also can't bring in the rebound, but they've turned it straight back over. Davapana loses possession. And now Abdul Kader. Hassan Abdullah. Out to Mayfield again. Abdul Kader, the little floater, tried to bank it in, can't get it to go. A little frustrated with himself, Abdul Kader, but did well to draw the foul in the end. So Iraq get it back. They'll have another 14 seconds on the clock. That's poor. Didn't inbound quick enough there, so they turn it straight back over. Here's Davapana. Another turnover by Iran. Iraq had 11 turnovers in the first half. Iran had 10. Here's Abdul Kader again. Kader to Mayfield. Catch and shoot. Can't get it to go. And now Naini can bring it forward for Iran. Just tapped out of bounds by Abdul Kader, but Iran will get it back with 18 seconds still on the clock. Mashaiki. Haddadi. Davapano, he could have stepped back and shot the three, instead decides to shoot the long two. Offensive rebound, back to Mashaiki, good hands and tipped back in by Arsalan Naini in the end. Well, how long can Iraq stay with Iran here? Here's Abdul Kader. Cheap turnover again. Now Mashaiki leading the fast break into Davapana, easy two. And that is vintage Iranian basketball. Great bounce pass. Decided not even to attempt to make the block there and potentially give away an and one. 10 fast break points for Iran today, just 4 for Iraq. And a timeout has been called by Iraq early on in this third quarter.
هی سعید نفوذ نمیخواد وایسی نفوذ اگه بخوای به حامد اگه بخوای به حامد بخوای پاس بدی نفوذ حرکتش زیاده هم بازی پوست رو تا داره.
Lead back up to 9. Oh, great pass down the floor. Abdul Kader just couldn't quite throw it up. Decided to keep hold of it. 2.5 minutes played in this third quarter. Abdul Kader. Al-Hachemi, who knocked down a 3 in the first half. Now Hassan Abdullah from way out. Can't get it to go. Offensive rebound, though, by Al-Hachemi. Abdullah again throws it up this time. Gets it to go. Well, 2 threes from way downtown for Hassan Abdullah. He's up to 12. Oh, did well to prevent the backcourt violation, and then they just turn it over, cheap as you like. And Al-Hachemi, no heroics, just lays in the 2. So he's up to 5. The lead is back down to 4. Got to hand it to Iraq. They are staying with Iran here. Into Haddadi. Get out of my way. His foul. Can't throw it down one-handed, but he'll head to the line and shoot 2. Haddadi struggled from the foul line so far today. He's just 2 from 5. Makes both on that occasion. Here's Hassan Abdullah again. Abdullah throws it out, tried to throw the three quickly. Good perimeter defense by Iran. Now to Mario Mayfield, very nearly turned it over. Now in the end, Iraq do turn it over, and now another fast break coming, leading the way. Haddadi, look out! Raises both arms. Haddadi beginning to purr. So draws the foul. Mayfield will head to the line and shoot two. Mayfield 2 from 4 from the line now today. He's got 11 points overall. Can't make either, so a bit of a let-off for Iran. Mashaiki into Haddadi. Foul goes on Mayfield. Navid Rezifar just about to enter the fray as the three is good by Abdul Kader. Oh, looking for Haddadi, just throws it out of bounds. No touch off in Iraq, hand on the way through, so Iraq do get it back. Here's Hassan Abdullah. Al-Zahari up against Haddadi, steps back, throws the two, just a little too much on it. Rebound by Barami. It's Barami again into Haddadi. Haddadi has it knocked out of his hands. He somehow manages to get it back. And then Haddadi fouled on his way up. Frustrated with himself, though, Haddadi, that wasn't able to make the two. And Haddadi will hope that he starts shooting the free throw a little bit better than he has done so far today. Makes one from two. Al-Zahari with the rebound. The lead is back up to 7. Here goes Abdul Kader. Good pass. I'm not entirely sure Al-Zahari was quite on the same wavelength. Wasn't expecting the pass. I think he thought Abdul Kader was just going to throw up the two instead. Maybe should have done. Here's Haddadi. Now Barami. Barami try to weave a way through. Yeah, an immediate correction from the referee, who initially gave the ball back to Iran. I think realised that he'd made a mistake pretty quickly and reversed his decision. So I think Iraq are going to get it. The referee's just in conversation. Try and make sure they've got the correct decision. And it is going to be Iraq to keep it. Hassan Abdullah. Abdullah drives, rejected by Haddadi. Just getting better and better out there, Haddadi. Haddadi up the other end now. Had the ball knocked out of his hands, and now the fast break on for Iraq. Watch out. He was steaming back there, Razifar. Mashaiki, great pass. Oh, I thought he was going to explode there, Barami. Instead, just decided to throw up the little layup. Could hear the crowd get excited as Barami drove towards the rim. Mashaiki throws up the mid-range jumper. Mashaiki's had a nice game today. 7 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists for an all-court display. Lead back up to 9. Still hasn't been bigger than 10, the lead for Iran. So, sure, there were plenty of people expecting a bit of a blowout perhaps today by the Iranians, but that certainly hasn't happened, which is great for the neutral, great for the game. This will be a 2 if it goes. It's an air ball. Naini can bring it clear. Great turn by Barami. Good hands as well to protect the dribble. Looked like he may turn it over there. Just over 2.5 to go. Al-Zahari checks out of the game. Back comes Ali Hamid. Still got 16 seconds left on the shot clock here. Nice pass out to the corner. The 3 is good again. Mashaiki with a big celebration as well. And that is the biggest lead of the game so far for Iran. It's continuing to grow. It's now up to 12 as Abdul Qadir can't get the finish. And now the fast break led by Mashaiki. Barami tries to bank it in. The putback is no good. And in the end, the unsportsmanlike foul goes on Barami. So they'll have a couple of free throws, Iraq, and will then get possession back afterwards as well. Ali Ismail is the man at the line. So can't punish them on that occasion. They will still get possession back here, Iraq, but when you're down by 12, you really need to start making every single one of those. Here's Abdul Qadir. Now Demaria Mayfield. Bucket will not count. It's Mayfield again. Mayfield throws it up, perhaps tried to draw some contact as well as he threw up that mid-long range two. Couldn't get it to go. Barami. Here's Abadi. Abadi thought about throwing up the three, decides against it, can't put the two in, and it's actually an offensive foul that goes on Argavan. So Iraq will get it back. So Ali Hamid is at the foul line now. First trip to the line so far today. Another one off target. Not hurting these Iran mistakes at the moment. Makes one from two. Still a double-digit lead though for Iran. 56-45 at the moment. Oh, Choud gets it to go, and one. Arsalan Naini with a big-time play, great penetration. Incredible finish, under the hoop. With Ali Hamid bearing down on him. Can't make it a three-point play. Stretches the lead to 13 though. Here's Demaria Mayfield. Mayfield needs some help. Mayfield has to throw it back outside. Good hand skills. Here's Ali Hamid. No good for him. Last touch was off Iraq, so Iran will get it back with 52 seconds left on the clock. Here's Jamshid. The three is good. Rezefar knocks it down. Iran beginning to pull away. They lead by 16 now. As Ali Hamid with the left-hand jump hook can't get it. And Iran just tries to slow it down. Rezefar again for back-to-back threes. It's a wonderful end to the quarter for Iran. They lead by 19, comfortably their biggest lead of the game. Smiles all round for the Iranians. And Iraq need a bit of a minor miracle to find a way back into this one at the end of three. Iran 64, Iraq 45. Yeah, so another reminder to download the FIBA Basketball World Cup 2019 app. Get all the latest news and headlines and video footage that you could possibly need to stay up to date with exactly what is going on. So final quarter just about to get underway. It certainly looks as though Iran are going to exact revenge for the defeat against Iraq back in the end of November. They lead by 19. It's going to take something very special indeed from Iraq to get back in this one. Iraq will get it back as Naini goes flying into the advertising hoardings. Pretty poor possession so far for Iraq. Great defense by Iran. Here's Ali Hamid. The shot clock is down to 6. Just calmly does. Nowhere near with the 2, though. And they'll get another reset here. Ali Hamid, oh, great turn, but just throws it out of bounds himself. Razifar, who knocked down a couple of threes in the third quarter towards the back end of it, just to give Iran this comfortable advantage. Now without Haddadi and Barami on the floor now, Iran, lovely little left-hand jump hook finish though. Argavan with his first points of the game. The lead is above 20 now. Here's Demario Mayfield. Mayfield just 4 for 13 from the field so far today. Hassan Abdullah 4 for 12, so both of their key men haven't quite got firing. Here's Abdul Kader, decides to take on the 3, nowhere near. Here's Abadi. Turns it over. Hassan Abdullah. Back comes the big man. Cheers all around as Haddadi comes back onto the floor. And a timeout has been called here early on in this final quarter.
بچا فولتون فول آوت نشه، فول آوت نشه، فول علکی نکنید، فول علکی نکنید.
Abdulkader inbounds to Hassan Abdullah. Abdullah shoots another really long three. He's already made a couple of those today. Hassan Abdullah can't get this one though. Here's Haddadi. Haddadi again has lost it. He's turned it over quite a lot. Today has Haddadi. Oh, it's a poor finish in the end by Abdulkader. Third time of asking, they still can't get it to go. So you just cannot afford these kind of misses when you're 21 back. Every shot becomes imperative for Iraq here. Of course, at the end of the group phase, at the end of the first round window, come the end of June, points differential could be so imperative. Here's Abdullah. Abdullah can't get it to go. The rebound eventually tipped to Haddadi. There is Haddadi. Nice pass by him. Tries to give it back to him. Can't get it up. Last touch was off Haddadi, who doesn't look enamored with the decision. So we didn't see exactly what happened there. Camera very much focused on this end of the floor at the moment. Looks as though a technical has been called. So Barami is at the line. I think it's gone on Hassan Abdullah, the technical foul. So Barami at the line. Frustrating that we can't actually see what's going on over there at the moment. Something has clearly been kicking off, but either way, Barami makes the free throw. And Iran back in possession with a 22-point lead. Great penetration and an easy two. Mohamed Jamshid knocks it down. Al-Zaheri drives and throws it down with one hand. The defense just parted like the Red Sea. Nice pass down the floor. Just going to slow it down here. Haddadi spins and throws it in on the reverse. A big one-handed slam. Hamed Haddadi, just unstoppable. Haddadi with a big smile on his face as well. Who can blame him? 12 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists for Haddadi so far today. He's got to be a bit careful here. He's still not happy about something. Iraq very nearly signed Erman Kunter as their head coach, but didn't quite work out for them in the end. He's already signed a deal with Galatasaray in the Turkish league. Here's Abdelkader. The three from miles out comes up short. And Haddadi does well to keep the ball in bounds. Here's Haddadi again. And now Barami. Barami to Haddadi, who couldn't connect on the alley-oop, but he's fouled. And Haddadi will shoot 2. So Haddadi back to the line again. 4 from 8 so far from the foul line today. Makes them both. Haddadi up to 14. We'll try to feed it into Mayfield. Nice steal by Abadi. Here's Barami. Barami throws it out to the corner, the 3 on the way, it's an air ball. Offensive rebound, no, Haddadi can't put it back in. Bit of a let-off for Iraq. And now out to the corner, had a look at a 3. Toe was just inside the line. That would have been a 2 if he got it to go. Tries to shoot over the defense instead, just gives it straight to Haddadi, who's fouled again. Just don't know how to deal with him in the low post. And they're not the only ones, in fairness to Iraq. So just under 5 minutes to go in this final quarter. I think really the only question now is how close Iraq can try and keep this game. Don't think there's any doubt that Iran are going to go 3-1 after this one. Join Kazakhstan. Nice pass inside, good defense though. Iraq will keep it with 5 seconds left on the clock. Here's Demario Mayfield. Mayfield throws up the long 2, no good. Rebound by Sahakian. That's a poor possession from Iraq. Kara Hamza not too happy with the decision. So we have to wait until the end of June before game day 5 arrives in Group D. It's an awful pass as Demario Mayfield looking to try and go himself. Can't make the 2, but the nice putback by Kara Hamza. Yeah, so game day 5 we'll see. Starts on the 29th of June, Friday the 29th of June. Date for your diary. And it is Qatar against Iran and Iraq against Kazakhstan. And then a few days later on Monday the 2nd of July, we have Qatar against Iraq and Iran against Kazakhstan. So that is the final window for the first round of games. And then one team in each group will be eliminated before the second round starts in September later this year. So that is the plan for the Asian qualifiers at the moment.
حرکت میکنی پاس میدی اوورلودا رو داشته باشید اگر تونستی تو همینجا پاسو میدین توی اوورلود موشن رو کار میکنی جریان تو بهتر سرعت بهتر توی دفاع تمرکز بیشتر سویچ ها رو خوب انجام بدین باکس اوتا بهتر دقت کردی
So in the second round, that starts in September 2018. There's another window in November and the final window in February of 2019. And 7 teams will then qualify through to the World Cup. So 7 out of the 12 teams. So it's the top 3 in each group and the best 4th place team as well will take those 7 spots to China in August of 2019. Just over 3.5 minutes to go. Iran 74, Iraq 51. Iran turn it over again. The 3 is just off target, can't grab the rebound. Second time of asking, they do. Foul called anyway. Good work by Davoudi. So both sides in the penalty now for the final 3 and a bit minutes. Davoudi straight to the line. And he makes 1 from 2, but they managed to grab the rebound as well to Iran. It's back in Davoudi's hands. Now Barami thought about the 3, decided against it in the end. Shot clock is down to 1. He's got to get it away, Barami. Was nearly on the halfway line. So good defensive possession from Iraq. Here's Abdul Qadir. Oh, nice step by Abdul Qadir. Can't get it to go. Sahakian grabs the rebound. Now Barami. Barami throws it back outside. Jamshidi can't connect with the three. Abdul Qadir with the boards, throws it down the floor. Last touch, I think, was off Iran, so Iraq will keep it. Mayfield. Nice pass by Mayfield. Oh, nice finish as well. Kara Hamza. Oh, great pass. So simple. When they play like that, Iran, they do make it look incredibly easy. Mayfield. Now Hamza for three. Can't get it to go. Pass all the way down the floor. What a pass that is. And the easiest of layups by Barami, who just turns to his teammate and gives him a big thumbs up. And a timeout is called here. Iran 79, Iraq 53. We've got just over a minute and a half to go.
دقت کرد توی حمله فقط هول ساید رو میزنی، هول ساید و هورن رو میزنی، بازی رو میچرخونی.
Well, he's been pretty animated today, hasn't he? Well, they just back off Abdallah, allow him to shoot the three. Now Davoudi brings it clear for Iran. Davoudi again, now Barami. Barami throws it back outside, the open three, Sahakian, count it. Great pass. Drives, can't get it to go. Last touch though was off the foot of Barami, I think, so Iraq will keep possession. Only 5 seconds left on the clock, though. Yeah, poor inbound pass, just given straight back to Iran. 45 seconds to go. Here's Barami. Barami, great pass out to the corner, Sahakian. He's fouled. And a trip to the line. So the lead is up to 30. Biggest leads they've had all game. And we have 33 seconds to go. Abdul Kader. Throws it back outside. The three is on the way, no good. And the last possession of the day as Barami goes past one, goes past two. Knocked out of bounds, but that will be that. Well, Iran came here to do a job. It was one of the big upsets back in November when Iraq got the better of Iran. 74 points to 66, but Iran have put that correct today. They've beaten Iraq by 30. Final score here, Iran 83, Iraq 53. So Iran go 3-1 in Group D alongside Kazakhstan, whereas both Qatar and Iraq are 1 and 3. Here are the stats. You can see just Iran just shot the ball a lot better. Out-rebounded Iraq as well. 50 rebounds to 39. 24 assists to just 10 as well. Both sides would be a little frustrated with a number of turnovers, I think. 22 and 20 respectively. So Barami leads the way for Iran again. 16 points. Haddadi had 9 rebounds. He had a great game in the end. As for Iraq, well, Abdullah finished with 12 points. Mayfield had 8 rebounds. There it is, Barami 16, Haddadi 15 points, 9 rebounds, just 1 rebound away from a double-double. And Mashaiki had a nice game as well. He had 10 points and plenty of assists as well. Abdullah and Mayfield with 12 points and 11 for Iraq. So all smiles for Iran. As I said, they came here to do a job, and they'll be pretty happy with the way that it's gone. So they can look forward to a little bit of a break now before the next round of games, next window gets underway at the end of June. Friday the 29th of June is the date for your diary. Qatar v Iran, Iraq against Kazakhstan. And then a few days later on Monday, the 2nd of July, it is Qatar, Iraq, and Iran against Kazakhstan. So a good few months for these two sides to rest up and recuperate. I will leave you with the highlights of this one. Thanks ever so much for your company today. Don't forget to download the FIBA Basketball World Cup 2019 app as well, which gives you all the latest news and highlights and video footage that you could possibly ask for to stay up to date with exactly what's going on in the qualification campaign as all these sides battle it out to be in China at the end of August 2019 when the World Cup will get underway. So thanks for your company. It finished here. Iran 83, Iraq 53.